There are 6 core components when it comes to growing and making money on social media. And if you can get good at these 6 things, growing a faceless page is going to feel effortless, and you'll be well on your way to making a couple of thousands of dollars per month with your faceless page. And if you're wondering how I know that this works, well, over the last 2 years, I've grown this page to over 250,000 followers on Instagram and over 550,000 followers on TikTok. And then also more recently, I've grown this page over 700,000 followers in the space of 6 months on TikTok. And not to mention that I have also helped countless others do the exact same. And creating these pages has allowed me to make a full-time income from anywhere in the world. But if I were to start all over again today from scratch, what are the exact steps that I would take to regrow a successful page on Instagram? And that is exactly what we're going to be covering in this video. So without any further introduction, let's get straight into it. The first step that I would take would be to pick a niche, but not just any niche, it needs to be a winning niche. Now you may be asking yourself, how can we actually go about finding a winning niche? Well, I'm going to give you some of the key things to look out for when identifying a winning niche. So the first thing that I would look out for, and this one is really key, is there a lot of new pages popping up in this niche that are growing really quickly and getting some good engagement? If there are, this is a great sign that this could be a winning niche. The second thing that I would look out for is if there are bigger pages in the niche, like a lot bigger, like millions of followers, and if there are they still getting good engagement, and have they got successful routes to monetization and things like that? And the third thing I would look out for is the competition. Think about how many pages are in the niche. How easy is it for you to put your own spin on this? So is it something that is like, you have to do this directly, or is there different angles that you can come in from to make your content more original and slightly different? This is going to be something that, if you do correctly, can help you to skyrocket the growth of your page. Now, if you take into account all of the steps that I've just mentioned and you spend a good amount of time looking at the explore feed on Instagram and also just scrolling reels to try and find some niches, I can assure you, you will find some niches with some good momentum right now that you can jump into to get a hold of some of that momentum yourself to help you skyrocket a page. The second step would then be to go ahead and brand my page. This basically means that I'll need to go ahead and get a logo and basically decide the overall color theme for my page. Branding is something that is extremely important on Instagram, and it is something that the fastest growing pages and the top pages put a huge amount of focus on Instagram. Some of the key things to think about are the sort of colors that you're using in your logo and things like that, and what they may portray. So for example, if you're a meme page, maybe you can go for some more playful colors like blue, green, red, whatever it may be. However, if you are going to create a page in the business space or the stoic kind of mentality space, whatever it may be, you're probably going to want to go and pick some colors that are going to be a little bit more professional. So for example, you might just want to go with a simple black and white theme, maybe black and gold, something like that is just going to portray a little bit more of a professional theme for your page. However, the key thing to think about here is the color scheme that you choose for your logo should follow the rest of your page. So your story highlights, your reel covers, little accents in your reels, whatever it may be, just the branding on your page overall should stick to the same colors as your logo, so it is all one consistent theme. This is going to help your page look more professional and just look a whole lot cleaner, and for that reason, you're probably more likely to convert viewers into followers, and also just going to give your page a brand identity. So when people scroll onto one of your posts or they find you on the home feed, whatever it may be, they're going to see that and remember that and recognize, okay, that is this guy's brand, that is his page. Now, the third step that I would do if I were starting from zero would be to curate my feed. Now, curating your feed is when you are only going to engage and interact with content that is similar to the content that you want to create on your page. This way, Instagram's algorithm is going to push you more of that content, and this is just going to make it a whole lot easier when it comes to finding viral ideas for your niche and just finding video ideas in general for your niche. If you do this right and you do it for a long enough period of time, you are basically never going to run out of video ideas because there are so many different places that you'll be able to pull from. This step is super important as you're going to be able to find the hottest trends in your niche nice and early, and at the same time, you're also going to be able to learn off other pages when you are actually on your page. Even if you're just spending 10 minutes looking around on that page, within that 10 minutes, you're still going to get tons of ideas and learn different things from other people within your niche. So make sure that on this page, you only engage with content that is relevant. And if it is content that is relevant, it is really good. Really engage with it just to tell the algorithm that you do like this kind of thing. Like it, share it, save it, whatever it may be. Just really try and show Instagram that you like this type of content. And when you scroll onto something that isn't to do with your niche, scroll straight off it. Just to tell Instagram, okay, they don't want to see this kind of content, we're not going to show them this kind of content. Now, if you want to scroll on Instagram or TikTok or whatever it may be, and you just want to do it for fun, then that's totally fine, but do that on a separate account than your theme page. Now, the fourth step would be to start posting content consistently. Posting good content consistently is key for growth on any social media platform. Now, one thing that people misinterpret here is you might think, oh, it needs to be 2 times a day, whatever, it needs to be every single day. That is not the case. Obviously, that is ideal. If you can post every single day, then great. But when I say consistency, I also mean consistency in the fact of when you're posting. So Don't just post once a week, 1 week, and then the next week post 7 times a week. And if you can't keep up to posting every single day, maybe post once every 2 days, but be consistent with that. So if you're going to post once every 2 days, then do that. If you're going to post twice a day, then do that and stick to it. If you're going to post once a day, do that and stick to it. Just try and have a consistent pattern of when you're posting, because this will help the algorithm know that, okay, this guy's posting at this time. It'll help your followers know how much you post, and it's just going to overall help you grow your page. With that being said, the more the merrier to some extent. Obviously, the more you post, the more sort of chances you have to go viral. But once again, make sure that you're doing something that you can keep up with. Also, if I was growing a page from scratch, I would really put a big focus on Reels. Reels is the main way to grow right now, and it's going to be the easiest way to grow right now. If you're trying to grow a page from scratch and you're not using Reels, it is like bringing a knife to a gunfight. It is not going to end well for you, and you're just going to be way better off using Reels because they're the most explosive way to grow right now. Step number 5 is going to be where you guys are going to get a bit more excited, and that is where we go ahead and monetize. There are many ways in which we can monetize, and this is something that I would think about before you go ahead and select your niche. And when you're doing this, I would sort of create a mini plan for your page. As if you have an idea of where you want to go with the page, it's going to make growing it a whole lot easier, and also you're going to have systems in place for when you get to that stage, when you start to monetize, whatever it may be, and you're not just going to get to the point where you grow a massive page but you're stuck and you don't know what to do with it. But when it comes to monetization on Instagram, there are 3 main ways that we're going to be talking about. So the first way is going to be selling promotions. So how this works is once you've accumulated a relatively large following, probably somewhere of around 50,000 followers or more, and then you are getting some good consistent engagement on your posts, you are likely to get businesses or people reaching out to you asking for you to post about them on your page to help them get more followers or get more traffic towards their business. And obviously in exchange for you doing this, they're going to be giving you money. Now, once again, there are different factors that affect how much you can charge for these promos, such as your niche, how many followers you have, and also where your audience is from. For example, if your audience is from the USA, you're going to be able to charge a little bit more than if your audience is from places like India, for example. This is a great way that you can make some money with your page, and you don't really have to do all that much apart from negotiate the deals. And as you make more and more deals, you'll get more and more connections. It'll make it a lot easier to sell promotions on your page and make it a consistent income for yourself. Now, a second way we can monetize our page is selling a product of our own. Now, when it comes to selling our own product, there are many different ways we can go about this. We can sell a digital product, so this will be things like ebooks, resource packs, folders filled with wallpapers. There are loads of different things. The possibilities are essentially endless with this. And the same goes for selling physical products. Once again, if it may be a food page, we could sell kitchen utensils, or we could start a page and try and sell some clothing around what our page is about. But just to give you guys a brief overview how this would work is, first of all, you would make the product or source the product if you're selling a physical product, and then you'll just set up a website on something like Shopify or Beacons, and then you would promote this on your page, have a link in your bio, and as you get people buying, you're of course going to be making money. If it's a digital product, this is nice and easy. All the fulfillment will pretty much be done for you. If it's a physical product, this is going to be a little bit harder, as you're going to have to make sure your products are getting shipped out on time and things like that. Now, a key thing to think about when selling your product is your product actually something that your audience is going to want to buy? So for example, let's say I have a food page. My audience is clearly not going to be interested in an ebook about Stoic mentality, so I'm not going to therefore try and sell that to them. Something that would be a bit more fitting would be like selling kitchen utensils if I want to do some physical, or I could sell a ebook about the 10 best recipes to lose weight quickly, something like that, for example. And the third and final way we are going to talk about to make money with our Instagram page in this video is affiliate marketing. Most of you will know what this is, but for those of you that don't, that is basically where you sell someone else's product or service, and everyone that buys through your link, you will end up getting a percentage of that sale. This is an extremely easy way to make money with your page on autopilot, and you don't really have to do anything. You just get the commission, and you don't have to deal with any of the customers or the problems that come with those customers. This is actually one of the first ways that I made money with my own theme page. If you're wondering how you can find products that you can affiliate for, join my free Discord that is linked in the description, as I'll have some products in there that you can go ahead and affiliate for. And finally, step number 6 would be to go ahead and automate the page. Now here, we are basically going to hire people to help us sustain the growth of our page, while we pretty much sit back and overlook the whole operation, and then we can go ahead and either start up more pages or start up other ventures like a personal brand or whatever it may be. But with Instagram pages or social media pages in general, you don't really want to have all of your eggs in one basket. So I'd highly suggest that once you've grown a page to the point where it's making some money and you bring a team in, that you go ahead and try and start up some more pages, as that way you'll have a network of pages and you can sell your advertisements to more, as you'll have more pages with more followers that you can sell to the people that want to run ads on your sort of network. This allows you to have more of a diversified income with these pages as well. So if one page gets taken down or one page gets hacked, whatever it may be, you'll still be making money and you won't have to start from scratch again. Now, with that being said, I use the word automate lightly, as in reality, nothing is ever going to be fully automated. You are going to have to be making sure you keep checking up on the page and making sure that everything is going well, especially when you first bring that team in. And also, you need to be motivating this team. If you're just paying them, then most likely they are not going to be too motivated to try and make the best videos for your page. So maybe try and add in some bonuses. If we hit X amount of followers this month, or if you grow by this amount of followers this month, here you'll have this amount of bonus. Or maybe you can give them a small percentage of some of the money that your page is making, so that they have an incentive to try and get your page to go more viral and grow more followers. And that is pretty much how I'd grow and scale an Instagram theme page business if I were to start from scratch today. Now, this is just a brief overview of how I'd actually go ahead and do this. Me saying this in this video probably makes it sound extremely easy. While it isn't the hardest thing in the world, it is also not extremely easy. So don't go into it with the mindset of thinking, oh, this is going to work straight away. Like with anything, there's going to be challenges along the way. Now, if you guys do have any questions, make sure to drop those in the comments and I'll be sure to reply. And if you're interested in making money with social media in any kind of way, be sure to join my free Discord that is linked in the description, as we have a community of over 15,000 people that are going to be just like you. They're going to be people that are either making money with social media or people that are trying to make money with social media. Now, if you did find this video helpful in any way, it would be much appreciated if you could drop a like and subscribe, as I post weekly videos helping you grow and make money with social media. Apart from that, I hope you guys did enjoy, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.